Gamers and game, that's what is going on. My name is Tenek127. Welcome back to another FFXIV video, or Final Fantasy XIV, Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. You know, all the beautiful names Final Fantasy XIV has. I personally prefer FFXIV, but you know, whatever you guys like to say. And before we get into this video, I want to give a special shout out to a few of the a few of the larger YouTubers based off of Final Fantasy XIV. Guys like MrHappy1227, who is my personal favorite MMO YouTuber. He's pretty much been like the inspiration behind my channel for probably the past few years. When I first started Neverwinter content, I said, you know, I wanted to be basically the MrHappy of Neverwinter. Shout out to him. Shout out to Merri, MizzTeq, Ethys Asher, Sly the Fox, the FFXIV streamer. All those guys, you know, are awesome in providing, you know, FFXIV news, content, and stuff like that. And they're basically, you know, the source of information I'm running on. Now, I'm not using any of their video footage in this video per se, but a lot of the knowledge I do have, I learned from these guys. So, you know, I just thought it would be important to actually, you know, shout them out in this video, give them credit. I'll be putting links to all their channels in the description below in this video. So, you know, if you guys need good Final Fantasy XIV guides and all that stuff, check out any of the people I named, all of them. But like I said, you know, MrHappy, he's my personal favorite. Love the guy. A lot of people, you know, they'll say, you know, that his guides are, you know, long or, you know, like really difficult to understand and stuff like that. And I was even one of those guys at first. You know, I used to think MrHappy's guides were long. You know, it was like doing hard trigonometry, like running a raid. Listening to it, because he likes to talk, but he breaks down, you know, every mechanic, you know, for like every class and stuff like that, job positions and everything so well. Like once I got used to his content, I fell in love with it. Now, you know, all right, enough with my, you know, suckery here, but you know, let's get into the video. So what I wanted to talk about today was some of the changes and stuff like that coming into Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. Now, you know, I don't have patch notes. You know, I'm not going to go, you know, like crazy in depth. This isn't going to be like a, you know, a super long video or anything like that, because, you know, I still have a lot to learn about this game for myself. I've been away from it for nearly 2 years, which is, you know, a pretty long while. So, you know, me trying to, you know, jump on here and act like, you know, I'm Mr. 14 know-it-all would be pretty stupid. You know, I'm just going to go over the basics, some of the changes, and me personally, I'm going to be a returning Final Fantasy XIV player who quit after 3.1, a little bit after the Heaven's Ward launch. And you know, I want to tell a lot of you guys, you know, why you guys should come back in 2017. Because me personally, as a guy who quit, I'm coming back, you know, to give the game another shot, because you know they finally made a lot of necessary, you know, changes and stuff like that. You know, things that a lot of people have been, you know, wanting in this game for a long time. Now, me personally, my one wish was done, and you guys know what that wish is. We finally have sword-wielding DPS. Not like, you know, just a ninja or a rogue with, you know, little blades and stuff like that. DPS that use actual swords. You don't have to be a tank to use a sword anymore. Hallelujah. Thank God. You know, that was my one wish. It's been solved. I'm coming back. I'm a really simple person to please, honestly. But so some of the other changes they've made, as you guys see here, if you look at the if you look on the screen, let me see when this ninja clip comes up right now. If you look here on the screen, I'll be able to point that out, and I'll zoom in on that thing a little bit. These new things called battle gauges. From what I know, what they do is they basically, you know, just monitor your rotation, make sure, you know, that you're doing your rotation properly with your class and stuff like that. So I'm guessing, you know, that's a new way for, you know, people to keep track of, you know, if they're using their class properly, you know, for them to stay on point with their moves and everything. I guess that's, you know, better than using a parser. Well, not really. I think parsers or whatever, I think they keep track of DPS. Sorry, I don't play MMOs on PC much, so I don't know all the rules. But you know, that's a good thing, you know, to help players learn and stuff like that. That's one issue I personally had in the game. I wasn't very good, you know, with my rotations. I found a lot of mechanics and stuff in the game confusing. Another good thing they're doing is they're bringing some more balance and revamping to PvP, which I think is, you know, a really good thing, because Final Fantasy XIV has a lot of potential for PvP, and the feast and all that stuff is a great start. You know, a lot of the gear and, you know, a lot of the incentives they give you for, you know, participating in PvP are amazing. But PvP in Final Fantasy XIV, it does have, you know, a little bit of balance issues. I have done PvP a few times. I'm not the greatest person at MMO PvP. I'm honestly terrible at MMO PvP, but I personally could even tell, that it did need some work. It's Final Fantasy 14's PvP is pretty good overall, but it wasn't, the most popular thing. So, you could tell that, it had some issues and, it does need some changes. To bring a lot of, good changes and stuff like that to the game. Of course, we have another level cap increase. One other reason I think is good to return to Final Fantasy 14, especially, during new expansions, is because their environments are always so, like, broad, unique, and different. Like, look at 2.0 going into Heaven's Ward. Like, you basically went from a Final Fantasy game to like a Dark Souls looking universe, with like dragons, mythical creatures, and all kinds of stuff. Now we're going to like we're going more into Asian culture and stuff like that. With like the samurais and everything, out in the deserts and stuff like that. Like every environment, every new place they take you, it's always so so different, breathtaking, and looking at some of the video footage from some of the new areas, it's all bright, different dungeons look really cool. Like everything matches the theme. It's actually a really cool looking area. I do say I favor this new expansion a lot. Another thing that they're doing is they're finally taking away the ridiculous grind for the cross class ability. I believe you could take cross class abilities from other classes and pick up to a pool of like 5 that you could use or something like that. So for people who hate doing that level 34 grind with Lancer or Dragoon to get blood for blood, you don't have to do it anymore. I'm one of those personal people. I am that guy. I can't stand playing Lancer or Dragoon. I don't know why. It's just a class that's not my cup of tea. Don't hate me. Don't dislike my video for that, because I know a lot of people love that class. I know Dragoon's a very popular class, but me personally, I'm just not into that class. So every time, and since I've had multiple accounts on Final Fantasy 14, I've had to do that grind over and over and over again, and it is tedious. Everyone knows that once you get into the 20s and 30s in Final Fantasy 14, that's when the leveling starts to get like a little slow. If you're doing like the main storyline and all that stuff. So you don't have to do that anymore. You can grab what cross class abilities and everything you need. So thank God. And I love seeing this, because like I said, guys, they're really small, subtle changes that they're making. But every single change they've made is, something I've complained about, like in the past about the game. So, I really think, Stormblood is personally, my time to return to this game, give it an honest hard try, honest, good look and everything, and I really do love the changes and stuff that they're making. So, to answer the question, long story short, should you return to Final Fantasy 14 in 2017 for Stormblood? My answer is yes. I would say, jump on the bandwagon and start preparing now if you haven't already been preparing for months. I personally would have recommended, I probably should have made this video in like, I don't know, March or April. Not 19 or 18 days before the expansion gets here, but yes, all the changes and stuff like that and cool things coming to this game. I do think, today right now is a really good time to get back into Final Fantasy 14. So anyway, guys, if this video helped you, be sure to smash that thumbs up button for me. And I want to thank you all so much for watching. It's your boy, Ethys127. And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Till next time, peace out, take care.